I hope everybody's having a great day. So I don't know if you guys saw the post online or not. I mentioned bring in something to elevate your hips, such as a block or a little towel, something like that. A little soccer ball, if you have one, that's also be good. And also some type of ball. So if you have a soccer ball or some type of ball, it knocks two birds at once. And we'll use these props later in our class, so just set them beside you and come to a comfortable seat and sit upright and whatever position that makes you feel good. You can cross your feet. You can utilize your soccer ball. If you have one, you just place it underneath the base and close your eyes and begin to create structure from your base, nice and firm, like little steps. Go from the base all the way up. Begin to add the breath to it. So you're breathing in and breathing out slowly as you become more firm and firm. Excellent. Invite all of it in. Just let it come at you, and without turning your head, just let it pass you by. Recently, I've been dedicating my practices, whether it's meditation or, yoga, whatever I'm doing, that I find a place of peace and comfort. I think of one certain person to send that energy out to. So think of a person to send this energy out to through your practice. Begin to breathe in a little bit deeper, slowly working your way to that Ujjayi breath. And once you are, you get a fairly halfway to building this up, make your way to tabletop. Then once you make your way to tabletop, get the breath going a little bit more and find that tabletop with your base. This time is your hands and knees, and the toes are nice and curled. And slowly just develop your breath to finding that nice firm tabletop. And there'll be a point where you'll begin to sense this motion in you. It tells you that you want to slowly move the body. Then when that happens, slowly start your cat-cows. Everybody in here knows what the cat-cows are. You've done it multiple times. I'm giving you this opportunity to just slowly create this by yourself. Instead of me telling you, oh, do it now, do this now, you're in the boss of this moment. Just slowly but develop it. And over time, work your way to downward dog and, take whatever other movements that make you feel good in down dog. And just focus on finding that stillness. For some of you, you might be in a down dog a little longer than others, which is okay. And just breathe with it. Each inhale, each exhale, creating a little bit more heat, a little bit more energy, a little bit more thoughtful with your air in and air out. And finding that balance in your body throughout your practice, just like you are right now. Whatever the way you have your breath and body is perfect. That's exactly where you need to be. And that's where exactly you are right now in your practice. Accept it and just breathe with it. So let's connect our inhales and exhales. Together, breathe in. Let it all the way go. Good. Focus on your air in. Even though we're in different places, focus on the air in. And let the air look nice and softly out. Good. Take one more of these. Lift all the way on the tips of the toes. Bend the knees towards the chest. Look forward and slowly walk your feet towards your hands. Good. Follow the breath. Halfway lift. Strong legs, hands in the middle of the thighs. Follow it to a forward fold. Walk your feet all the way to the sides of your mat. Grab opposite biceps and ragdoll and move your body whichever way feels good for you. Anything that makes you feel good, shaking the head, playing around with your forearms, swinging side to side. You can even drop your hands to the ground and play around with that if you like. And slowly work your way to walking your feet underneath your hips. So your second toe's pointing straight forward. Outer edges of your feet are parallel to the sides of your mat. And you're drawing more and more energy. And as you draw more and more energy, you're giving back even more by pressing down evenly into the four corners of the feet behind the big toe mound, little toe mound inside of the heel and outside of the heel. And you're engaging the legs a little bit more. And from that energy, you're going all the way up and down towards the crown of the head. Good. Take one more deep breath in. Release the hands as you breathe out. Good. Follow the breath. Halfway lift. Hands on the middle of the thighs. Draw the chest open. Follow it to a forward fold. Tadasana, rise. Nice and slow. Exhale the hands at the heart center. Sit up nice and firm. Squeeze your forearms together. And breathe the chest tall. Squeezing your hands further and further to pump in the chest. And close your eyes and see if you can find stability from your feet, slowly going up in this pose. Just focus on the breath in and the breath out. Keep it simple. Inhale your hands beside you. Open your palms towards the front of the mat. Reach up. Tadasana. Hands through the heart center. Breathe in. Exhale your hands beside you. Nice and slowly. Have some resistance as you breathe out. Palms open. Reach up. Inhale. Take your eyes up to the stars. Exhale the hands at the heart center. Look straight forward. Sit up tall through the midsection of the body. Good. Focus on the breath in. Exhale the hands beside you, strong legs. Reach up to Tadasana, going all the way up. Palms reaching towards the back of your mat. Look up, gaze open. Exhale the hands at the heart center. Evenly pressing your hands, squeezing your shoulder blades into one another. Good, focus on the breath in. Follow the breath all the way out. Inhale the hands beside you. As you exhale, bend at the knees, hinge at your hips, nice and forward fold. Follow the breath, halfway lift. Into a high plank. Drop onto your knees. Slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Good, take your wrist creases underneath your elbows and press the tops of the feet down and rise up to a baby cobra. Slow motion, nice and slowly come down. Have some resistance in your chest and upper body as you come down. Good, 2 more of those. Slowly rise. Draw the shoulder blades into one another. Lift the chest open. Slowly release. Good, this time rise up to a cobra. Pressing the tops of the feet down. Chest open. Slow motion, release, good. Let's do 1 more of those. Cobra, so the upper ribs are lifted up. Slow motion, release. Now do 1 more of those or rise up to an up dog, whatever feels good for you. Inhale, follow the breath. If you chose up dog, press back to down dog or simply take a breath back. We'll meet you in downward dog. Take any movements that make you feel good and breathe with it. Focus deep in, deep out. Together, breathe in. Follow it to a forward fold. Good, inhale. Just stay in down dog. I don't know why I said forward fold. That's not what we want right now. Good, 1 more time. Deep breath in. Slowly lift all the way on the tips of the toes. Bend the knees. Spot your landing. Walk towards the front of your mat. Good, lift up halfway, drawing the heart open. Exhale to a forward fold, nice and slow motion. Good, Tadasana, rise from your feet all the way, going up. Exhale the hands by the heart center. Take a breath in. Exhale the hands beside you. Nice and slow motion, open the palms, chest inflated. Reach up to Tadasana, going all the way up. From your feet all the way to the top of the breath. Exhale, forward fold, nice and slow motion. Excellent, just following the breath, 1 breath per pose. Here's the halfway lift, nice, follow the breath. Into a high plank, low plank. String your arms up, dog. Lift the chest open. Take the hips back, downward facing dog. Good, focus on the air in. Open your mouth, let it all the way go. Good, shake the body, anything that makes you feel good. Maintain the rhythm of the breath. Let it all the way out. 1 more time, all the way in. This time, focus your breath out of your nose. Bend the knees, look forward, meet forward in front of the mat. Halfway lift. Let's do that 1 more time. Forward fold, nice and slow motion. Halfway to Tadasana, go all the way up. Hands at the heart center, nice and easily, the air coming out of the body. Take a full inhale. Exhale the hands beside your hips. Sweep up to Tadasana, going all the way nice and tall. Follow it to a forward fold, nice and slow motion, hinging at the hips, leading with your heart. Halfway lift, breathe all the way to the top. High plank, low plank, keep the core strong, collarbones are spread. Up dog, press down into the L shapes of the hands, evenly spread the fingers. Slow motion, press back to downward facing dog. Good, focus on the air in. Follow it all the way out. Good, focus on the air in. All the way out. One more time, all the way in. Let this air go, all the way go. Bend the knees, spot your landing, and meet in front of the mat. Halfway lift. There it is, forward fold. Sink your hips low, chair pose, and reach the fingers nice and high to the sky. And right away, close your eyes. Just experience this pose right away with your eyes closed. If you want to open your eyes and readjust, you fall, it's all good. Just come back to closing the eyes. Just a little extra challenge right now. Get out of your comfort zone with your drishti and come to this pose with your eyes closed, and make a decision to take your hands where it's resonating to you today. Ideally, we would like our hands lifted up high to the sky, rotating the pinkies and the thumbs out. But you can also take your hands at the heart, at the hips, reverse namaste. Good. Dare to sink a little lower for 3. Take a full breath in all the way to the top. Forward fold for 1. Good. Follow the breath. Halfway lift. Draw the inner thighs towards the back of your mat. Exhale, high plank. Low plank. Rise up. Up dog all the way to the top. Follow the breath to downward facing dog. Right side. Warrior 1. Step through. Exhale to warrior 2. Take your eyes at your middle right finger and breathe with it. Find that balance from your feet, the 4 corners of your feet, and go to the rest of the body. And breathe with full intention. In together, all the way out. Take one more. Inhale all the way to the top of the breath. Windmill the hands down to the floor. High plank, low plank. Up dog, all the way to the top. Take the hips back, down dog, left side. Warrior 1, step through. Good, draw the arms open as you exhale to warrior 2. Inhale, eyes at your middle left finger, and just take your time in finding that easy and comfortable warrior 2 here. Now maybe take a look at the feet, your base, what's going on at the center of the left knee. You would like to go straight forward and breathe. Take a full breath in. Focus your breath all the way out. Take one more. Inhale all the way to the top. Windmill the hands down to the floor. High plank, low plank. Roll up dog. Take the hips back, down dog. We'll meet you there. Focus on the air in. Open your mouth, let it all the way go. Enjoy this moment as you breathe in. Let the air slowly come out of the body. Take one more deep breath in. Focus on the air out. Bend the knees, spot your landing, and meet in front of your mat. Follow the breath, halfway lift, one breath per pose. Forward fold. You've done this so many times. Do it again. Chair, breathe all the way to the top. Follow it to a forward fold. It's that simple, one breath per pose. Here is the halfway lift. Draw the shoulder blades into each other, high plank, low plank. Yeah, stick to the breath. Up dog. So your poses can be a little before or after my cues. Whatever that is, down dog, right side, warrior one. Step through. As soon as you hit the top of the inhale, open up the palms to warrior two and breathe. Inhale with the warrior two. Then as you breathe all the way out, windmill down. Keep it simple. Finish the breath to low plank. Good. Up dog all the way to the top. Yeah, just that easy. Down dog to the left side. Warrior one. Exactly what you're going to do on the left side as you did on your right. Warrior one. Here is the warrior two. Good. Follow the breath all the way. Inhale. As soon as you breathe all the way out, you're going to get out of there to high plank, low plank. It's that simple. So you already know what to do. Use your intuition. And just will meet you in downward facing dog. Good work. And just notice the breath. Take a full breath in. Exhale, look forward, bend your knees and meet in front of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Chair pose, breathe all the way in. Forward fold, nice and slow motion. Here is the halfway lift. High plank, low plank. Keep that core strong. Use your leg muscles, part of the practice. Good. Up and down dog, right side warriors. You go for it. So first warrior, then you're going to go to the second warrior, and you're just going to take a cycle of it. Inhale in that warrior two. Beautiful. And as you breathe out, you're windmilling down to high plank, low plank. So one breath per the pose. Here's the air in. Once you get to your down dog, go to the left side. Warrior one. Keep it simple. Allow the breath to do the work. Finding that balance to warrior two. There it is. Keep the legs strong. And whenever you breathe out, you're just going to windmill your hands down to the floor, and we'll meet you in downward facing dog whenever you get there. Good. Be proud of what you've done so far. This is more than what you did earlier today. Doing something good for yourself. Take a full breath in. Exhale, lift all the way on the tips of the toes. Look forward and meet in front of your mat. Follow the breath, halfway lift. Follow it to a forward fold. Chair pose, breathe all the way in. And breathe all the way out. Good, find your chair pose here. Just finding that balance between your thoughts, between the sensations. And, for me, I'm just sitting on a block, the same thing, taking it easy. lifting up through the chest. It doesn't matter how low, deep you go. This is your chair pose, what you want to do right now. As you inhale, draw the hands at the heart center. Sit up nice and tall with the chest. Twist to the right side, hooking the left elbow outside of the right knee. So your feet determine how far your knee should go. So if your feet are at hip distance width, you want your middle of your knees to be at the same line as your second toe. So the same distance at hips. If your feet are together, your knees are fairly close, barely touching. So draw that energy, check in with the knees, make sure they're squared. Split the palms as you breathe in, if this is in your practice. Slow motion, forward fold. Good. Heel toe your feet out to your hip distance and grab your toes with your peace fingers and halfway lift. Let the knees slightly soften, sinking the hips. In from your feet, pressing down, draw the chest forward. Exhale to a forward fold. Good, and just breathe, shaking the head loose for 3, 2. Release your toes. Take your feet where you want them to go. Maybe something different than what you did earlier. And with the inhale, sink into chair pose. Once again, so many variation with your hands. Stick your butt towards the upper space that you're in. So you're getting sassy with it, drawing the navel slightly in, taking your chest a little bit higher. Good. If your hands are at the heart center, squeeze your wrist creases into one another. Shoulder blades intact. Good. Full breath in, hands at the heart center. Go ahead and take your twist to the left side, hooking the right elbow outside of the left knee. And breathe with it. Draw your elbow creases, wrist creases, towards one another. Spread the fingers evenly, middle fingers towards the front left side of the room. With the inhale, if it's your practice, open up the palms. And whenever you breathe out, just follow it to a forward fold. Good. Heel toe your feet out to your hip distance. And once again, grab your toes or move into crow pose, whatever feels good for you. We're just going to be here for 10, 9. So many other options also that you can take. 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathe with it. Just be conscious of whatever you're doing, even if you're not doing that ujjayi breath. 3. Here is the 2. Slowly release. And if you took crow pose, just give it out a little shake. And if you chose to grab your toes, move into crow pose or choose a different variation to be in a restful position. Maybe slide your hands underneath your feet, cross your elbows for ragdoll, or move into crow pose. Maybe you want to take a second crow, whatever feels good for you. You're just going to be here for 5. Maybe tap-ups is in your practice. Try that out. You're going to take a little restful station or maybe increase the heat for 3. Good. Take one more deep breath in. And let's meet you in downward facing dog. Once you get there, pedal out your feet. Shake your hips, whatever feels good. Take your feet together in the back of your mat. With the inside of your right heel, lift your right leg and kick it toward the back of your mat at hip distance height. Draw your knee into your nose, float the shoulders on top of the wrist creases. Kick your right heel straight back from the inside of the leg. Draw your knee into your forehead, round the back, nice and high to the sky. Kick it back. Inhale, one more of those. At hip distance width, height. Draw the knee into the nose. Kick the right leg back. Bend at the knee, hinge at the hips, three-legged dog. And breathe here. Square your shoulders towards the front of your mat. We have a tendency to dump our weight onto the left shoulder when we lift our right knee. The same thing with the opposite side. Take one more deep breath in. Stay there or go ahead and flip your dog, whatever feels good for you. If you chose to flip dog, check in with your heels, making sure they're in one line. Then from there, take your knees at hip distance width and ground down into the feet and lift the left side of the body nice and high. Extend the right hand all the way towards the front of the mat and breathe with it. Top hand up to the sky if you chose flip dog. Come up to a high plank, right hand in the middle of your mat. Roll the chest open to the left side of the space you're in. Right hand down, left hand up, and breathe with it. Kick through the insides of the feet. Good. Maybe lift the left leg nice and high to the sky. Maybe tree pose, maybe grab the toe. Take one more deep breath in all the way to the top. As smooth as possible, step the left foot forward by in front of your mat. Rise up to a crescent lunge on your left side. Beautiful. And breathe with it. Focus on the breath in and breath out. Check in with your back leg. Make sure you're sitting up all the way on top of the right toes. Right heel on top of the toes, sinking into your left knee on top of the left ankle. Belt line is square towards the front of your mat and you're balanced here. Take one more deep breath in, hands at the heart center. Hook your right elbow outside of the left knee, take your twist to the left. 5 breaths in, all the way out. Draw the air energy in. Strong feed, inner thighs rotating to the back of the room. Good, focus on the air in. 3 more. Squeeze your shoulder blades into one another. Exhale your left shoulder to the right, right shoulder to the left. Lay your head back, open up your throat. Breathe all the way to the top. Focus on your breath out. Inhale, maybe split the palms if this is in your practice. Keep the twist going, keep the feet strong, look to the floor. Warrior 2, rise, inhale. Eyes at your middle left finger. Lightly drop the elbows, palm facing the ground still. Squeeze your shoulder blades into one another. Lift up through the heart. Once you get that going, take your hands back long. Center of the left knee going straight forward. Take a full breath in. All the way out. Good. Take one more of these. Breathe all the way to the top. All the way out. Reverse your warrior as you inhale. Extended side angle, right side of the body. Just 5 breaths, focus on the air in. Light as a feather, elbow on top of the left knee. Strong right leg, inner right thigh rotating towards the back of the room. Breathe all the way out. Press evenly on the inside and the outside of the inner right leg. Breathe all the way to the top. Focus your air all the way out. Good. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, high plank, low plank. Rise up, up dog. Follow the breath to downward facing dog. Breathe all the way out. Good. Focus on the air in. All the way out. Feet together in the back of the mat. All the way out. Inhale the left leg behind you. Draw your knee into the nose. Kick to the inside of the left leg. Back at hip distance height. Knee into the forehead. Draw it in. Nice and slow motion. Left leg back again. All the way back. Evenly press into the hands. Knee into the nose. Give yourself a rounding of the back. Kick it, inhale. One more time. Bend your left knee towards the hips. Then from there, peel your hips open. Left side, three-legged dog. Press evenly to your hands. We have tendency to dump our weight onto the right shoulder. And breathe all the way to the top. All the way to the bottom. Take one more deep inhale all the way in. Stay there or go ahead to flip dog. Good. Whichever route you've chosen, breathe with it. If you chose flip dog, press down into the L shape of the right hand. Even out your knees at hip distance width. Good. Focus on the air in. All the way out. Top hand up to the sky. Breathe in if you chose flip dog. Exhale, your left hand in the middle of the mat, feet together in the back of the mat. Open up the chest to the right side of the space you're in. Breathe here. So notice what's going on with your head. Notice what's going on with your right palm to the sky. Beautiful. Maybe lift that right leg nice and high or just take it where it is. Take a full breath in. Slow motion, your right leg forward, rise up to a crescent lunge on your right side. Sit up tall on the left toes. Take the head of the left femur up as you take the inside of the left thigh towards the back of the mat. And take it a little bit forward so that hips are square towards the front of the room. They're also balanced right at the belly point, right in the center of the thigh. Good. Focus on the air in. All the way out. Excellent. Hands at the heart center. Exhale, twist it out. Left elbow outside of the right knee. Beautiful. Focus on the air in. All the way out. Strong legs here. Good. Wrist creases towards the back of the mat. Lay your head back. Open up your throat. 3 more. All the way to the top. All the way out. Draw the air in. Lift your diaphragm all the way into the upper chest. Exhale, breathe all the way out. Good. One more of these. Maybe split the palms. Good. Focus on the breath all the way out. Keep the legs strong. Look to the floor. Warrior 2, rise. Exhale your eyes at your right middle finger. Lightly bend your elbows. Lift up through the heart. Sink into that right knee. Yes, that left leg is, it's going to be your anchor. Take a full breath in. All the way out. Reverse your warrior, go all the way back. Extended side angle, left elbow, light as a feather on the left knee. Extend the left hand all the way to the front. So check in with the middle of the body. we tend to create this little curvature. Just imagine that you're doing Tadasana, sideways. So see if you can lengthen the sides of the ribs. When the sides of the ribs are long, the spine is going long with it. Take one more deep inhale all the way to the top. Get out of there. Good work. High plank, low plank. Choose your path. And we'll meet you in downward facing dog. Breathe all the way to the top. All the way out. Inhale. Exhale, lift all the way in on tips of the toes. Bend your knees, spot your landing. Meet in front of your mat. Lift up halfway. Follow it to a forward fold. Tadasana, rise all the way up. Exhale the hands through the heart center. Drop your hands down beside you. Hug your right knee into your belly. Wrap your hands around the shin and sit up tall on the left leg. Good. And breathe here. Check in with what's going on with the hip line. Since we have our right knee into our chest, the right hip tends to go up with it, and we compensate that by leaning to the left. So find that balance. And that's a starting stage, and that's a beautiful place to be. If you'd like to go a little deeper, take your left hand on your left hip, and the right hand on top of the right knee, and just still give yourself a good engagement. If you'd like to go a little deeper, go ahead and take your middle finger and grab your piece, your big toe with your peace fingers. You can stay there, or you can slowly extend the right leg, kick into the inside of the right leg towards the front of your mat. And go to that point where you're stable. Not going too much, not too little, not forcing it. Very important, this left leg. Take the front of the left thigh towards the back of the mat and sit up tall. Good, if you have your right leg extended, slowly come back to that hugging the right knee into your chest with maybe the right hand or maybe both. In slow motion, release. Give your legs a little shake. Good. Find your feet underneath you. And let's go to the other side. Hug the hands around the shin. And breathe here. So rotate that inner right thigh towards the back of your mat. And you're standing tall here. Check in with the front of the right thigh. It tends to sneak forward. So once again, make your decision. Stay where you are. Take your right hand on your right hip. And the left hand on top of the left knee. Or you can still give yourself a good engagement. If you'd like to go a little deeper, go ahead and grab the toe with your peace fingers and sit tall. Finding that balance where you're working, but at the same time, you're working smart. If you'd like to extend the left leg forward, go for it. Don't let me stop you. Find that balance within you. It starts with a breath, in and out. Yeah, have fun with it. If your left leg is extended, slowly come back to that, hugging the left knee into the belly. And slow motion, get out of there. Give your legs a little shake. Good work. Feet underneath the hips. Sweep up to Tadasana, all the way up. Exhale the hands at the heart center. Good. Keep your hands where they are. Lean onto the left leg. Kick your right leg towards the front of the space you're in. And exhale, fly into an airplane. You can take your hands beside you or at the heart center. Another sweet option is to interlace your hands behind your back and breathe with it. For 3. Here is the 2. Take one more full breath in. Standing splits, hands on the floor, kick through the inside of the right leg, all the way high to the sky. Good, and breathe here. Maybe walk your hands a little bit closer towards your left leg. Keep kicking the right leg high. Kick through the inside of the right leg so you're balanced through it. Your hips are engaged and they're level. Take one more deep breath in, relax the back of the neck, and exhale to a forward fold. Good, follow the breath, halfway lift, fold, fold. Tadasana, go all the way up. Exhale the hands at the heart center. Lean onto the right leg, left leg hovering off the floor. And exhale, fly into an airplane. So many options that you can choose from. So find that balance that works for you. And if you fall, it does not matter. All we're doing is just breathe in and breathing out as fully conscious as possible. Inviting the body to play with the breath. You don't get any rewards by standing here the longest. The only reward is, you doing your best. For 3. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale into standing splits, hands on the floor. Beautiful. Left leg nice and high to the sky. Find that balance in your belt line. The left hip tends to go up. For 3, focus on the breath. Maybe go a little deeper into the standing splits. Take a full breath in all the way to the top. Follow it to a forward fold. Good, here is your halfway lift into a high plank, low plank, follow the breath. Here is the up dog. Take the hips back, down dog, step the right foot forward, warrior 1, come through. Split the palms to warrior 2. Straighten your right leg, reach forward until you can't. Hint at your hips for triangle. Good, so triangle, move to your comfort zone. This is a very serious yoga pose. So stay within the lane that you usually do in this pose. Commit to what you know at first. And whenever you're committing to what you know, that's slowly where your body begins to speak a little bit louder. And you can listen to it by, you know, going a little deeper into the pose or just being where you are. We don't always have to go, go, go. Sometimes just being right there is perfect. Slowly bend the right knee. And with the inhale, rise all the way up, straight both legs. Take your toes towards the left side of your mat. Wide-legged, forward fold, slightly bend the knees. Just forward fold, take your hands on the ground. And first, find your base. Take your feet wide enough that makes you feel good. Ideally, you would like your wrist creases to be on top of your ankles, but a little bit closer is just as good. Just let the body just be wide and open. Good. If your hands are somewhere besides on the ground, take them on the floor and slowly bend the knees, heel to your feet, just together 2 times. Slightly bend the knees, and with the inhale, rise all the way up. Wide legs here. Place your hands on your hips. Turn your left toes to the left side of your mat. Turn your right toes to a 45-degree angle. So this is going to be towards the back left. Warrior 2, your hands, and we're going to go into triangle on our other side. Nice and slowly move with it. Once again, find your base. From your base, work your way to your full expression in this side, whatever that looks like for you today. You've done this pose many times, so do it again. And whenever you do that again, you can be in a state of going a little deeper or staying where you are. All of it is good. Good. Slowly bend the left knee as you exhale. With the inhale, straighten your legs, turn the left toes to the left, right toes to the left, and wide-legged forward fold again. Just going to be here for about 10 seconds or so. If you'd like to go to upside down in a version here, that's a sweet option. Focus on the breath in, breath out. Slowly take your hands underneath your shoulders. Slowly bend the knees and heel toe your feet together and make your way onto your back, hugging your knees into your chest, however it makes you feel good. And just rock yourself side to side. Take any other movements that make you feel good. Hug your right knee into your belly. Let the left leg go long. And go ahead and twist your right knee across your torso and extend the hands at a T. Turn your eyes to one side and breathe with it. Let the breath come in and go out with patience. Together, breathe in. Breathe all the way out. Focus on that air in. All the way out. Continue air in. Long breath out, just nice and softly letting the air go. Focus on the top of the in. All the way out. 2 more. With your next inhale, slowly take your right leg back underneath the right ankle. Slowly realign your hips and drag your left leg back by the left hip. Lightly press into the feet, realign your spine, and just take a second and notice. And slowly work your right leg forward, left knee into your belly. And go ahead and twist to the right side. If you have blocks, you can utilize them, take a restorative approach by placing them underneath the inside of the left shins. Taking your hands at a T. Just focus on a breath to the top and the bottom. Giving yourself just a tad more with the breath out. Giving yourself just a little bit more with the breath in. And the thing that you're giving more is awareness and full attention to the air in, air out. Paying attention to the senses, all of it. With your next inhale, slowly take your feet underneath your knees. Realign the spine, realign the hips, realign the shoulders, and just take a second and notice once you get there. Then go ahead and take some movements that make you feel good. Excellent. From here, begin to locate that little towel or that little ball that you brought with you. So if you brought a, soccer ball, you can place that underneath the hips. If you brought just like a little towel, is just as good. Anything that elevates your hips. And just take your feet underneath your underneath your knees and take that object, whether a block, towel, so many things, and just to elevate the hips just a little bit. Take your hands at a T. If you have a strap, wrap the strap around the knees so the feet don't, you don't have to let the knees, you have to hold on to it. They can just be held by the strap. And just focus on the breath in and out. Just taking a little restful in to the practice today. Just focus on the breath in, just about 30 more seconds. Bring some live into your toes and slowly work your legs to the sky for supported legs up. If you are near a wall, you can go ahead and turn your feet to a wall. It's also a good time to readjust your strap and just focus on a breath. Finding stability through the in and out. Slowly bend the knees and take your feet on the ground and just notice for a few seconds what you have done. Lightly press into the feet and remove that object that's underneath your sacrum, underneath your back. And just let the hips rest on the ground. And just take a second and notice. And there's a moment where your body craves something else. For me, that is a sign that I want to hug my knees into my chest and take some movements. For you, maybe you want to part your feet and touch the insides of the knees together. So whatever feels good for you, you can windshield wiper your feet side to side. Anything that slowly makes you more and more comfortable and indisposed. Just being on your back, doing whatever makes you feel good right now. Good. Slowly work your way to placing your feet down onto the ground and part your feet all the way to the wide edges of your mat. And with your exhale, drop both knees to the right side of the room. Turn your head to the left for a little extra twist if you like. Just let the breath slowly come to a natural state. Just breathing in and breathing out. Natural breath. Slowly work your way to the other side. Good. Slowly work your knees straight up. Heel toe your feet together. Hug your knees into your chest one at a time. Realign the hips, realign the spine, realign the shoulders. Good. Slowly begin to hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your hands around the shins, forehead between the knees, and begin to breathe out more and more. And at the same time, give yourself a bigger squeeze. With each exhale, with each sip of air out, you're squeezing yourself a little bit more. Keep squeezing, keep going out, keep going, keep squeezing. Shavasana, extend the feet forward. Rest the hands beside you, long legs. And just let the body slowly sink deeper and deeper into the floor. We'll come out of here from this beautiful pose in a few. If you get chilly, that's part of the practice. Maybe you drag that, the towel that's near you, your bed cover, I don't know. Cover yourself up, make yourself more comfortable. Make yourself more comfortable in your own space. Just fully being immersed into this beautiful pose at the same time. Take a deep breath in. Focus on your breath all the way out. Focus on the air in. Begin to take some movements with your body. All the way out. Slowly wake yourself up. Work your way to hugging your knees into your chest. Roll to your right side. And just breathe here. Slowly work your way to a comfortable seat in front of your mat, however makes you feel good. Once you get there, sit up tall. Sit new. Take the hands at the heart center. Close the eyes. Just take this last moment to breathe. Just being aware. Thanking yourself for dedicating this time for you. Bow your head towards the heart. Namaste. Namaste, 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 namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. Rock on. Peace.